Alright, here we go. It's a day of firsts. So this is it. This is my first actual vlog on the bike, and as you saw, it's a little nippy today, but you know, I got to get to work, and this is one of the more fun ways to do it. So this will be the day of firsts. First time doing this, first time riding at this temperature. My new personal record. First video on the bike and first ride on the bike this year of 2023. So other than that, I'm enjoying this process so far. It's taking getting used to, but thankfully there's good advice and good examples from other YouTubers, and you know, it's hopefully going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so one other thing I'm going to mention real quick is you'll notice I keep glancing down. What I'm looking at is the temperature controls for my heated gear, and my hands are a little colder than my torso, which is toasty right now, and the yellow light is my hands, legs, and toes. The green there is my torso. So I've got good wind protection from the bike overall, which is filthy right now. The two factors complement each other well. I would say, again, the only thing that I'm feeling temperature on in the sense of cold is my toes, and they're not freezing, but since I currently only have a pair of vented boots, not highly vented, but vented, it allows for a little bit of nippiness to get onto my tootsies. Alright, my turn. So I am actually a little upset right now. My pin lock is apparently leaking, or a little dirty, because I'm getting a little fog on my visor on the inside here. I keep trying to vent it. Oh no, I think my B-roll died. Oh well. There's a learning curve, right? Let's see if I can get that going again. I doubt it. I think the cold temps have killed it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think it's the cold. No. Well, folks, I don't think I'm going to have a B-roll. Okay. That's another thing which you would probably second guess right now by what I've been doing here. But safety is a big thing for me. Always has been since, and that's the key word, since I had my trials and errors maturing in this sport of motorcycling. I don't know if I would even call it a sport at this point, maybe a lifestyle in my case. I mean, I do ride a sport bike. I ride a sport tourer, this puppy here. And I do like the sportiness. I do like the twisties and the challenges that I have found throughout the years. Track days and so forth. Tail of the Dragon, which is a big thing in my life for many reasons, and that'll be discussed down the line in future videos. But safety is paramount. I've had my fair share of tumbles and get-offs and accidents, whatever you want to call it. And the worst one resulted in my losing a toe, which is why I'm 9-toe Nelson. The details of that story will be discussed in a later video. I plan to make a dedicated episode to that. It's actually something I plan to do with respect to all of my accident sites that I can reach easily when I can. I will be doing dedicated videos for them, show you the location where they occurred, provide the detail of what happened and how best I can. This is unusual. Looks like there might be something holding traffic up here. But along the lines of safety, I've learned at GAT, as we've all heard, all the gear, all the time, is something that I've really embraced. I started off when I was young riding with none of the above, jeans and high boots or high shoes, high tops in that case when I was riding. I started riding in the 80s. So I had a pair of Reebok high tops, and I thought that was adequate. No, it was not. Thankfully, I didn't find out with those shoes, but I did find out in the long run. But I did my best. When I bought my first pair of leather gloves, were Techniques. I love that brand. They were well made and durable. Now that pair of gloves was just leather. There was no padding besides another strip of leather. There was no knuckle armor. They were gauntlets, but that's what it was then, at least in my price range. And I got myself a leather jacket, and I was, I really fooled myself thinking that what I got was adequate. I got a Wilson's leather bomber style jacket. And if you don't know Wilson's sold leather apparel, and the leather was by comparison paper thin. Look at this guy, no lights. And it might have looked good, but when it came to abrasion, standing up to abrasion, providing actual protection, no. And I got a helmet. This is when I did have a helmet. It was the helmet that came with the bike. This is on my Yamaha Seca 400. It was 83. So my 83 Yamaha Seca, I had a Fulmer helmet, which was probably third hand. I don't know how old it was. I didn't know where to look, or that there was an expiration date of some sort. So I wore it, but it was such a piece of crap and so loud, I didn't wear it for long. After that, Nolan helmet, which again fit my price range and I felt was adequate with the little knowledge I had. And it was, but I could have done better. But with that, I went riding with the same rest of the gear. That pair of gloves I probably had for a good 3-4 years, and I didn't end up getting real proper gear until after my first true accident, where I went off the bike. And that's when I ended up with road rash and totaled my second bike, a 92, 93 Yamaha FZR600. That was a great bike, but unfortunately got totaled in that accident. And I had just removed my helmet, probably 5 minutes before that occurred, because it was a hot day and I was stupid. But I learned from my mistakes, and from there I went and got a Shoei helmet with my third bike, my Yamaha YZF600R. That one was a 96. Let's see, I improved my helmet, my gloves. I was now riding with Doc Marten boots, which should have been adequate, I would think, and a leather jacket, but still wearing just jeans. And that was the bike I was riding when I lost my toe. And as I said, that's a story for another day. After that, I improved again, upgraded everything, and have steadily done so to where I am now. I think I bought a actually no, on that occasion I was wearing my Vanson jacket. That was a great jacket. Still have it. That thing is, wow. It's so thick, it's so heavy, but it's so durable. It's amazing. The only thing that's given up on that jacket is a couple of zippers, which if I put the time into getting them repaired, I'd still be wearing that jacket. That thing is amazing. Now today I am, and after that was when I became truly ATCAT. I've got riding boots, leather pants, which zip into my leather jacket. It's a two-piece, and armored leather gloves and Shoei helmets. I'm stuck on Shoeis now. Yeah, I not only go to the protection from the pavement, but protection from the elements with my heated gear, as I've already discussed a bit. So I do everything I can to ride all the time and for as long as I can. Any given day, I've always got my rain gear packed on the bike. I try to be prepared. So with that said, gear is something that I will be discussing more in the future with additional videos. It's a very important factor in riding. It's actually an important factor in most things. You want to keep your body safe. You want to keep your confidence up by knowing that if you do have a problem with whatever you're doing, you've got the proper protection in place. I did not expect to have the level of condensation on the pavement that I do. I'm worried about black ice here. I don't think it's going to be too great of a concern, but I'm being weary nonetheless. Like I said, this is the first time I've ridden in this temperature. I usually don't ride, but this year, well, I should say this year, absolutely. Last year, I started riding in lower temperatures. I would usually stick to 32 and above, just for the concern of freezing. But there are days and times where temperature is below, but there's no moisture to worry about, and I take advantage of that. Today seemed to be that day, but there is a sheen on the road that's got me a little concerned. So when I get to this off-ramp up here, I'm gonna take it easy. It's thankfully not a horseshoe or a fully circular one. It's a bit of an S-turn. But I'm still going to want to maneuver it cautiously. We'll see how that goes. I'm just down the street from work, so thankfully if something does go wrong, I'm not far from people I know that would be willing to come help me. Alright, here we are. This part's tame. This part's a little more aggressive. And therefore I will not be. You know, black ice is a tricky thing. Having grown up in northern Illinois, northern suburbs of Chicago, having lived in Chicago, it is something you learn to live with, but it's like that one relative that you deal with daily, but you wish you didn't have to. So you avoid that person, and they pop up from now and then, and they just make your life difficult. Let me pop this visor, get some of that condensation out of there. So yeah, this pavement should be dry by the time I leave for home. The temperatures are supposed to go up. Whoa, what happened here? That's not good. Guess the Loctite didn't hold. But yes, the temperatures are supposed to go up, thankfully. I will have a great deal more confidence at that point. Let's see if I can get this thing on. And hopefully, yeah. I think I'm going to have to take advantage of the Illinois state law that allows me to pass through a red light while on a motorcycle as long as it's safe. Because I don't think I'm getting any... Oh, here comes somebody. Yeah, and the B-roll died again. Alright, I have the opportunity here. Here I go. People are screaming vulgarities at me under their breath right now, or probably in the open. That's how road rage starts. But hey, the law allows for it. So, back to the gear and the black ice. You know, one's there to help with the other. Hopefully one will not be required. And that would be the gear. Woo, it is nippy on my toes. I need to get some winter riding boots. I keep putting it off because, well, money, and I always seem to do okay with the gear, the riding gear. Just turn that up a little bit. Alright folks, well, hope you enjoyed this uneventful first ride vlog of mine. Well, slightly eventful. The camera here failed me. But that aside, I hope this was enjoyable. Probably wouldn't call this one too informational with respect to education, but information definitely was provided. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope this all worked out. Like I said, first time, I'm going to double check, make sure everything looks and sounds right. I know I sound a little muffled, or I assume so, but that's because I'm wearing a balaclava. And not necessarily made for communication enhancement, but in this world of COVID, we all got used to the mumblings thrown about through fabric, and it sucked. This is part of the reason why. Okay folks, that said, I'm going to say thank you again for joining. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I definitely am getting into this, and I will definitely be making more. And I will sign off with sign off I had for one of my forums, which is ride safe, ride smart, have fun. Bye.